I'm guilty. I ruined YouTube. I'm an irresponsible parent, according to many comments and videos I've watched about this FTC COPPA issue. And I feel compelled to address some of this and to also beg so many of you watching this to please go comment to the FTC and save YouTube and sign the petition and finish watching this video if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm taking a break from my usual art content because this is really important. I never thought I would try to save YouTube from the government, but here I am. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the FTC discovered that parents like myself let our children who are under the age of 13 watch YouTube, and they are saying that that puts the YouTube creators in a place where they're violating COPPA if they have not identified their videos as being made for children, so that we can have proper permissions to collect data like cookies that might be on your computer telling the marketers that children live there so they could target children's ads. I am not explaining it perfectly, but COPPA originally, COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, was originally made in the late 90s, and its intention was that kids on the internet couldn't go onto websites and put their name, age, address, phone number, things that would identify them to predators online, a very direct threat. It was updated in 2013 to somehow include web cookies, and that is where we are coming around to today, because web cookies are put onto the computer when YouTube is watched through a parent's account, and they're saying that my permission to have my kids watch YouTube is not enough, that it's not confirmable. So I don't even know. They are threatening all family-friendly content on YouTube right now with this vague $42,000 per video threat, like terrifying, like life-changingly terrible. What kind of fine is that even? I don't know what we would do if I got a $42,000 fine just because of my videos. So who is in danger of getting this $42,000 fine, you ask? Isn't it as simple as just saying my videos aren't made for children? No, it's not. So YouTube put this system in place where you mark it as made for children, or you keep it in the nebulous zone of generic content. And seems good enough. Like my channel, I don't talk to children. My lessons are for adults. But if we get it wrong, obviously there's some content that is obviously made for children, but then there is this whole amorphous category of something that might be child appealing or child attractive, and these things are under threat. The family-friendly content that we've been encouraged to make, creators have been told for years, make family-friendly content. That's what advertisers want. That's what we're going to put in front of viewers. If you want your video seen, make family-friendly content. And now, flip it. Now we're being told, if we make family-friendly content, then we are the ones under threat from the FTC. And this is so backwards. No one has asked me, as a parent, hey, why aren't you using that YouTube Kids app? Everyone, I keep seeing these stupid comments from people that just assume that I'm an idiot. Have you seen the headlines the last few years? Oh my gosh, you guys, have you seen these headlines? I'm not putting my kids in front of malicious garbage that they can't unsee. And I don't put them in front of YouTube Kids. I do not put them in front of made for kids content. We sit and watch interesting things that we learn from, that entertain us. We watch artists make art. We watch people repair machines. It's interesting stuff. And as the mom of 6, I will tell you right now that made for kids content frequently talks down to our children, insults their own intelligences. Kids are people too. They have interests that are valid, that are not restricted to a made for kid category. My 7-year-old recently watched how to fix a Roomba with me, and then he went and fixed my Roomba. I have kids that like finance. I have kids that like, I don't know, to learn Japanese. I have kids that like to draw. I have kids that like a lot of different things, and they are totally allowed in my house to watch those things, to learn from people who are sharing their hobbies, sharing their interests, sharing things they're passionate about here on YouTube. And I am so upset that this is what's being threatened. It's being threatened and made to seem like I'm irresponsible and didn't give them permission to watch these things. Like, these are totally okay things for my kids to be watching. And now it's all backwards. Like, this is really important to speak up against this government over-regulation of our parenting, because my permission for my kids to watch YouTube with me should be enough. They should not come in and say, oh, now we have to have all these extra. I'm the wrong person to explain this to you. I'm linking better descriptions of exactly what COPPA is and exactly what the FTC is doing in my description. But really, I think a lot of the information out there is geared towards creators like myself, and parents need to hear what's happening, and they are going to lose a really cool resource that they use. We use this, and it's not just parents, it's people that just don't like lewd, crude content thrown at them, and people are now trying to make more mature content in an effort to not appear like they're for kids through the algorithm. Can I tell you, I'm a mom of 6. I know I mentioned that before. Do you want to know the most appealing thing to kids? It's crude, crass, mature content. They love that stuff. I don't know what doesn't appeal to kids, except for maybe super boring, like, read them books. But there's some kids that would even find that appealing. Let's have some respect for our children and know that they do not just need made for kids content. I can't wrap my mind around this. We have to like keep our under 13-year-olds in some like perpetually immature box of just childishness. This is so crazy. And now family-friendly creators are leaving YouTube. They're shutting down their channels. They're deleting videos. Everybody's like in a panic because they don't know, with these really vague regulations, if they are in violation, because it's impossible to know. I think it's impossible to know because kids like everything. Everything appeals to kids. How do you regulate that? Kids are people too. They have their own interests, their own minds. They like to watch the same things that adults watch, and there is no way you can regulate that. COPPA needs to take some steps back. It needs to go back to when it was just the really specific personal identifiers being put out on the web, and not this cookie stuff, because honestly, some of these cookies I feel like keep my kids safer. I don't feel like this is the way to go to keep my kids safer. This feels more dangerous. This feels like we'll be watching a video and horror movie advertisements will come on. I've taken a long time to get around to making this video, but I want my audience here, if you're still watching, I want you to know that if you like my content, then you probably like other art channels, and we are all in danger right now. Other good channels, good creators are just panicking, and some of them are making their content made for children, which means it's basically going to disappear off of search, off of the platform. They're going to lose their community. They're going to lose so much just by making it made for kids, just in case. And I don't know what else to do other than put the plea out to parents, to other people that just don't want garbage on YouTube, because that's what's going to happen. All of the good content is going to go away, and people are going to just start making stupid stuff just in an effort to look more mature. I need to say something. I need to speak up. That's what this video is. So please pardon my departure from my usual art, and just know that this matters. When I talk to parents outside of the internet, they have no idea that this is coming. We have until December 9th to politely comment to the FTC to please give more specific guidelines about what is child appealing, what is child interesting. We need more clear guidelines. And actually, I would go so far as to ask them to roll back COPPA and not have it apply to this situation. This is so far of an overreach. Let parents decide. Find a way to just let me give permission for my kids to watch this stuff. I don't think kids should be restricted to for kids crap. I'm sorry. There's probably a lot of good content on there that's made for kids. But this is so frustrating. The government does not need to make my parenting decisions for me about what my kids watch on YouTube based on some vague privacy threat. It's not okay. It's not okay. And it's going to affect everyone who uses this platform. If you're not a parent, it still affects you if you watch this platform, because we're all going to run away and not make videos here. Links below. Sign the petition to get the FTC's attention. Sign that. It's very easy. Go to the FTC and comment. Ask them to please reconsider COPPA and roll back how harsh this is. Tell them what you're going to lose if the family content goes away. We need more clarification. We need more. I don't know what we need. I'm going to link other people who explain this better. I just need you to share this. Share this, comment, put it in all of your parenting groups, all of your arts and crafts groups, anywhere there's a hobby, anywhere you think people like YouTube and want to save it. Share this information. Get it out there. We have until December 9th to comment to the FTC.